yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium.
Hey. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got 1,000 in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a 4-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cash. So many couches I cried. Shout out South Street and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I
run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love it.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
54, check, watch 54,
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The gain of 39 that time.
And an Eagle first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On play action, it's Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Wentz looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Hurts steps away. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
But first down, Hurts. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
A 7-yard.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Complete.
Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Eagles 8, Giants nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Giants.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jared Davis able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught. Rager with it.
Wentz's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, it's just good.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jalen Hurts.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Saquon Barkley.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Hurts. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
At the 35-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down?
And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Number 26.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Puna 4.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Hill. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Hill on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
And incomplete. It's now 4th and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Wentz to throw again. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, good move. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
No gain on the play.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll go to Barkley again, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Barkley, toss play left. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. It's third down.
The contact brings up third down and 10.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. This nigga destination's all I want to see.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Wentz. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jared Davis picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
To number 8.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hurts. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hill going to keep it on the option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play fake, and it's Hill. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
This is too easy.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
First and 10.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now Wentz. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
The line of scrimmage.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Barkley going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Ingram, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wentz flush to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Sanders going to throw on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Second down. Here's Hurts. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Take over first and
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Wentz's
We got a plane to catch.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.